Welcome back to another cast game of Age of Mythology Retold. We've got a little bit of a rematch on our hands. If you watched my recent uploads, we just saw Victor versus Matreus, and Victor got the best of them. But it's going to be the rematch today. Victor playing Gaia once again. He loves playing as Gaia and was very good at it, must say. Up against Matreus is Loki, so maybe he's a little more confident with Loki. He's not going to got here today. We will see. So it's going to be the Norse versus Atlanteans out here on Oasis once again. Taking a look at the relics we got available on the north side. Canopic Jar of Imseti, which is going to be infantry trained faster. We got the Bow of Artemis. Ranged soldiers, ranged myth units are cheaper. We've got the Cathara of Apollo, increases the villager movement speed. And on the south side, the Scales of Echidna. Myth units are cheaper. So we've got 4 relics out on the map, and let's see what Loki's going to have in store for us today. I'm not sure he's going to go for 2 TC expansion this time, but you don't know. He certainly still could, but maybe he'll be a little more afraid of those mass Terma action. I wonder if Victor will play this the same as he did in the previous game, where he went for like the mass Terma early on in the Contrarius. Not sure if he'll do that, but we'll find out here soon. Now, let's talk about some recent changes in balance for these two gods. With Gaia, in our most recent patches, you've seen some changes to the economic guild. So you see early economic guilds being built with some cheaper techs. So you've seen that in a lot of build orders lately. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily they're going for it, but he did. He's went for early hand axe, early pickaxe. And you're going to see that in most cases with Gaia. Definitely a very present thing. Also have a little bit more of expanded creep, shall you call it, but the lush. They recently expanded this just a little bit. In the patch that dropped last week, we've been looking at Loki actually losing a little bit of, I guess, build time. They don't build as quickly anymore with buildings, which is a little bit of nerf, but not something so super major. And then also their settlements, there's nothing special about them anymore. They just build like every other civilization. So I guess it slows down their ability to go for 2 or 3 TC expansions, I guess, really is the change with that. But nothing too major, honestly, with it. So, see, Matreus currently harassing the Oracle down on HP. We've seen actually people do this a lot in the first age with Norse, chasing around Oracles with their Berserk. Does he have another Berserk? Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so he did convert one. Now, remember, Loki used to have the free conversion. Not the case anymore. They do pay a little bit to get these Berserks, but yeah, actually deciding like, okay, invest some resources early on, convert one villager to Berserk, and then he's able to have one at home building while the other is chasing down an Oracle. So must be worth it to him. Kind of force your opponent back in their base, limit their scouting intel, limit their favor a little bit. So that's kind of the give or take. Now, we're gonna be looking at Victor going up with the Oceanus. So Oceanus still quite strong. Really not a whole lot of major changes with that. There's some Mythic Age adjustments to some of the god powers and such, but nothing too major to call out here if we even get to that point. So Oceanus on this side, it's going to be Forseti on the other. So of course Forseti will give you the troll, you get the Hall of Thanes for some nice speedy cursor upgrades. Could be nice. Now if he goes for a mass Terma build again, I'm not entirely sure that like mass Herser would be something that would do well, or even mass Berserk. We'll probably want some kind of ranged units to deal with it, but they are good against range. So maybe Cav is what we might see a little bit early on, which you think a little bit more with Odin in a lot of cases, but he goes for Great Hall right away. Kind of checks out. I think he's going to go for some raiding Cav probably. Going to bring the troll out. Now troll, not particularly a speedy myth unit. I'm often hesitant to bring him out scouting like you're seeing Matreus doing here. Obviously rather confident in this thing, so it could be coming on out. Almost looks like he's trying to protect this settlement or something. Maybe he expects there to be Oracle. I think he's looking for the Oracles out on the map right now. Now don't forget, wait, has he used it yet? He's not used Spy. I was gonna say he could use Spy, but he has not used it quite yet. Ooh, he's able to get on that. Oracle's gonna be going down. Nice pick up there. So one Oracle gonna be going down to the Herser. Another one down here on the far south side. He's been able to kind of push them all back. As you can see, we can actually look at the line of sight here of Victor. He doesn't really have a whole lot of intel what's going on right now. Doesn't know if his opponent's expanding. Don't know if Cav's on the way, if it's going to be more infantry. kind of figure out. Of course, he can make assumptions, right? Let's look at Matt's view. Got a little bit of map control going on. And we do see Raiding Cav being trained up, as we kind of predicted might be the case out of this Great Hall. Okay, we got our first engagement of the day. Herser here in the middle of the map, fighting up against the citizens. His citizens get in there, taking use of the attack move. Really, attack move is quite a bonus for the Atlanteans, because they've got some of the best citizens for fighting back. So he's able to take that fight with a few citizens and actually take out a Herser. Not too afraid of this front line. A little bit of a scrappy battle. What's going on here? So you got one Herser on the retreat. You've got a Terma chasing. Not looking like a great positioning for a few of those. Now, don't forget he's got the healing spring, so he could pull back. But I think he was busy microing those and forgot about the troll. That's exactly what happened. He was doing pretty good in the front line. Troll was getting some shots off. Comes back to micro, and troll gets taken out. So with that, Victor gets a little bit of a, I think, military superiority at the moment. We do see the healing spring has been built at home. Also building up some wall segments. Means he's kind of looking to turtle back a little bit and expects his opponents on the way. So going to be building up some raiding cav. Might try to go for some villager raids with that. We'll see. Atreus pushing up. I'm sorry, Victor pushing up his Atlantean army, but not sure it's going to be able to get a whole lot of damage. Oh, but there's a Herser out in the open. Could get got. I think he might. He is healing up, though, during this fight. Does lose one for free. Doesn't seem like a major deal to lose like one unit like that, but when you're sitting here at the top of the ladder, every single unit counts. They live and die in these battles with having the numbers advantage. So he's going to actually tear that down and build another wooden wall. I think it's perhaps because he wanted a gate and couldn't fit it in the previous one. Not entirely sure there. But or just wants to keep him further away from his villagers. Okay, gonna be repositioning as we see right now. Atreus is gonna be wrapping around to the north side as Victor is as well. I don't think he's used the spy yet. He doesn't, so I'm surprised he actually knows this is here. But maybe just anticipating the kind of raid around to the other side. But now sees the army again, gonna be losing a unit free. Asleep at the wheel, not really answering to his micro. Maybe busy on the south side as he runs past. Or he's just deciding, whatever, I'm just going to run past him. I think that might be it. Oh my gosh. This thing survives with 4 HP. Will they heal inside of here? With 4, I guess they, yeah. Yeah, look at this. So, healing spring's going on. House going up. So, keeps that alive. Nice work there. Okay, so we see a manor has been built. But Atreus not able to get a raid right now. Victor kind of keep an eye on that with his army. He's also got his Caladria. Kind of keep an eye on things. Let's look at the line of sight actually he's got. I'm kind of curious. Doesn't quite know where they are. He knows they're out there somewhere on this like southwest side, right? Because he's got the lush down on the south around his base. He kind of know they're somewhere over here. And now he's moving. Look, all of these army, he's looking for where are these forces. But unfortunately, not going to be able to get it. Atreus playing a little game of hide and seek out here in the gold mine. So keeps the Atlantean army kind of busy chasing him, which is nicer than harassing you at home. And this has worked out perfectly, actually. If you think of this, he just spent all this time with all of these units. I mean, look at, he's got the military superiority, chasing around an army which he never found, and now his opponent is going up to the 3rd age. So for Matt, this is exactly the position he wants to be in. See a longhouse being built as well as a great hall and another longhouse. Probably going to start to think about securing his next gold mines, but this could be a key moment for Victor to go on the attack. A lot of these buildings rather unsecured out here in the open. Okay, so he doesn't really know exactly what type of army his opponent has. He might not even be entirely certain that his opponent is aging up right now. Just kind of taking his best guess at this, going for a little raid, but is able to take out a longhouse, able to get that great hall. So there's new buildings, as I kind of said, not really secured, going to be going down. And he instead decides, well, I can't take this main fight. Let's fight the reinforcements. And this is a great way to play this. Going up right now with Braggy, gets that age up in, able to pick off some of those reinforcing troops. And this is sometimes the best thing. If you can't take on the main fight, go around them, try to force some fights in the back line, force the opponent to walk with his whole army away from your base. Like, this is great. Then he can move on along. Getting some nice raids on these banners as well on the west side. Matt doing a lot with a little right now. but gets up to the next age. Also going to be getting the Call of Valhalla age up, or tech right now. Improves Berserk hit points. I don't think we've seen any myth units really spawned out yet for Loki. You see a lot of free myth units, you know, a lot of times. Not seeing that quite yet. We got on the north side. Raiding Cav going for a few of his Murmillo. So some nice trades here. Still not a huge army, able to get a lot of nice picks off those reinforcements. Being chased down though. It's about to get got. It's gonna keep running away. Meanwhile on the south, I mean, this is ideal for him, right? He's able to pull the enemy's army away. He's able to get his gold expansion going on. Doesn't have an ox cart though. Maybe an oversight. Oh boy. We've all been here, right? It's gonna take him a second to even realize this, if he does at all. I've been victim of this for a while before. What are these guys doing? Going the long way. Yeah, and if he wants to get gold, he might not realize that he's so busy raiding, controlling his army. This is not the time to be staring at gold mines and ox carts. So maybe a little bit of a military or eco inefficiency going on at home, but gonna get to surround on this army soon. And not to mention, he's got some of these upgrades here in the third age, medium raiding cav. We've got the berserks have been upgraded as well. This is time to take this. Will he go for the flaming weapons?
Burek.
Oh, I thought he was gonna get the complete surround on it. The dwarves continuing to walk around. You might see this right now as he's trying to micro some of this, but okay, there goes. Maybe that ox cart's going out. Okay, so Victor, still in the second age, and really doesn't look like he's anywhere close to aging up. Just now going for a farm transition. Now, these farms, of course, more expensive when you are Atlantean, but got a lot of them down. 7. That's going to bring in a lot of food very quickly for him. So trying to find a way to get to the hero gauge, but here we go. It feels like he's trying to bait the flaming weapons. There it is. Flaming weapons comes out exactly as I say it, and now he just runs away, gets to the lush, gets the movement speed, gets out of there.
Yuji.
Look at this. Great use of this. So trying to get his opponent to waste the flaming weapons, runs back. Right now, he hasn't been able to get any hits on with that. Another 30 seconds though. It lasts for a long time. So can he delay it for long enough? Pulls his opponent's army exactly where he wants him to go, though. I don't know if he should have brought him towards his own gold, but all that retreating might have been for naught. He's taking a lot of damage right now. Bleeding units. Another 12 seconds left on this. I'm not sure how much it's going to have mattered. 8 seconds left on the flaming weapons. We see a few units getting heroized right now, and he's going to take this fight in just a moment. There we go. Flaming weapons runs out. He lost a lot of units though. Still not aging up though. Villagers off the gold. Is he picking out some of those reinforcements? We do see some. It's just nothing but Murmillo is what he's been building. All Murmillo army. He's got a lot of these heroized as well. So stuff like this troll are going to get absolutely yeeted away. Nice micro out of Victor. I wasn't sure he was going to survive this. I'm still not entirely sure he's going to survive this. This looks like a scary position to be in. Carnivora in the backline going to be causing problems, but of course there's a lot of Herser to deal with them pretty quickly. We see Raiding Cav wrapping around and go for the raid on the gold. Going to be a nice way to deal with that. But there's a lot of Atlantean troops here. Is it enough to hold? Troll, look at that. Going down almost instantly. Just so many heroized units. Really hard fight for him to be taking. Raiding Cav over here, fighting up against the Murmillo. Victor doing very well with his Age 2 army. Looking very fearsome. I think the biggest thing you're looking at here, you got this bite, the serrated blades, which causes damage over time. That's that little like glowing red you're seeing. That's the damage over time happening on these guys. And he's able to hold this, like it's just purely Murmillo. Whoa, that was very impressive hold out of Victor. Now he's still in Age 2. Maybe now's his moment to try to sneak up, or he's like, no, I'll just keep making more. And now, hey, look at this. Yeah, he's going to be taking out those houses. We see a little bit of a housing crisis for the Norse. How many does he have on the front line? 2, 3 houses. Yeah, not going to hurt him too bad right now. But could. It could. Okay, down to the houses. It looks like Matt was able to build a hill fort on the front line. We got several long houses as well. Building houses on the just behind the front line. Didn't learn his lesson before. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho. Big Aussie Drongo coming in with the raid of 1,000. Welcome, guys. We're taking a look at two of the best Age of Mythology players in the world, Victor versus Matreus. And it's a grudge match. Victor is an Age 2. He was able to bait out Matreus's flaming weapons. So flaming weapons got used. He's still an Age 2 with nothing but, look at this, all Murmillo. Gaia just been wreaking havoc on the ladder, and we'll see what happens here. Victor still in Age 2, trying to hold on. See a number of these berserks wrapping around right now, taking out his temples. He got a number of upgrades for these, as you can see right now. Down goes the temple. In the front line, get the hill fort, could be under attack. Nothing but Murmillo in this army. He's changed up his strategy. He's now throwing axemen in berserk. Gonna be dodging that carnivora by jumping through the hill fort. Nice micro out of him there. Be a good position for him to be defending. Okay, so carnivora. There's Audrey 2 there for you little Shop of Horrors fans on the front line. Not doing a ton of crush damage though. The Murmillo flood. He's like they feel like Zerglings right now. He's making, and the myth units just die instantly because they're heroized. Oh, he let him survive. He didn't need to. Yeah. Okay. So this absolute chaos. We got a free myth unit, of course, spawning. That's a Loki special ability as you battle on. But we're looking at these Murmillos. I was just saying they do a lot here because he's got this upgrade right here. This serrated blades. It causes damage over time. So. When you see these like glowing red, that's what's going on. They're losing damage over time, which is really, really massive. But hope you folks enjoy the Outback Octagon 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever episode we're on here this year. But out here, this is the Oasis Octagon out here. I wonder if we'll ever get a Outback Octagon Age of Mythology style. That's the real question. Okay, so using some of the healing, he's hanging out as Lush, he's using Caladria, and he is finally Age up. He is on the way. Tightness of sight, focus on cavalry. Of course, you get the Dryad, you get Stemfellian Bird. So he's just kind of waiting for that next Age to come in. Really an even battle right now. Not sure who's going to take this, but we've got a lot of techs, of course, coming in here for the Norse, as you see here. He's been in Age 3 for a long time. About, what, a 7 to 18 minute Age up is what we're looking at. Is he heroizing all these units? It was looking like he was about to. Right now, that Norse army just going to start barreling ahead. I mean, it's not crazy to think he's got 200 favor. He could use flaming weapons again. And I think that's what he's waiting to do. But I imagine we'll just see another dodge if it happens. Okay, but taking this fight, this could be a big one to end it all. Right before Age Up, not ideal. Usually you want to wait for your Age Up to come in and get this tech. So interesting he decides to use this right now, but maybe he wants to bait his opponent into this engagement. There we go. Flaming Weapons is used once again. We've got the tree beam dropped in. We got Dryad, Groot's on the front line. Oh my gosh, a lot happening. How many myth units are in there? We got Troll, Frost Giants. There comes another one. We got a Rock Giant in here now. Another 30 seconds left on the Flaming Weapons. Oh, shoot. That's a lot going on. These are like settlers. If you've played AoE 3, these are, well, let me correct myself. Settlers are like citizens because this came out before AoE 3, of course, where you don't need a drop-off point for them. Okay, so the Norse army looking like it's, I think, won this battle. Flaming weapons. Yeah, that was just such a unfortunate timing on this. He took that big battle as he was about to hit the next age, wasn't able to take advantage of his heroic age upgrades. He does have another town center online. In fact, he has 3 town centers on this. 1, 2, 3. So if he can hold, could be okay. Score-wise says he's still doing okay, but needs to stop the bleeding as right now the Norse troops are chasing on in. And that, in fact, he gets control of the tree now. He can train up his own Groots. Yep, Dryads. So this is if you don't hold the ground, you can it gets captured. So now that's, yep, there you have it. There you have it. So now we've got Norse Dryads out on the field. Oh boy, Victor might be cooked here. Victor put the smackdown on Matreus in the, like, literally a complete smackdown in the previous game. It was, I guess, his Gaia versus Set, but this one, Matt looking very, very good with the Loki. Doing pretty nice here. Got giants out here. Yeah, in these later stages of the game, Loki just feels like it starts to snowball. You get free giants. You basically get free myth units, you know, popping out. He's got access to these dryads. He's got the boar spawning up there. I'm not sure that Victor's gonna be able to hold on. So it's a lot of berserks, because some Yodi coming in as well. Giants gonna be working on that settlers getting in on the active citizens. But there you have it, Matreus able to take a massive victory up against Victor. You wouldn't think so, looking at this post game. Victor with all of the points in the world. Let's take actually a look at some of the eco here. Let's go over here to the timeline. Look at all these resources collected. So as you see, Atlanteans' economy was really strong, especially in later stages. Not a super surprising thing out of Gaia. But if we look at the military numbers, I mean, it's just as a matter of Victor was spamming those what are they called? I'm blanking right now. But anyways, just spam of the H2 army, and then you lose them right here at when it all mattered most, as he hits H3, and this is really a turning point in this battle. But with that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed a casted game of Age of Mythology. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel, leave me a comment below, and check out some of my other casts over on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.